What's happening right now with container ships could be big trouble right now for Americans. I'll give you the details in this video. As well as car insurance rates are surging again, keeping inflation elevated. The average US rate for full auto insurance surged to over $2,000, $2,019 in 2023 last year, and it's going up even more. Auto insurance rates are jumping the most since the 1970s. But they say there could be relief soon. Motor vehicle insurance was up 22.6% from a year ago, the largest annual increase since 1979, according to Bank of America. Yikes. Recent trends probably do not mean that your premium will fall, but we think the rate of increase should slow, according to Bank of America economist Stephen Janot. Am I the only one that think these insurance companies can basically just get together, raise their rates, and just we can do nothing about it? Especially when all the states basically have laws that require you to have auto insurance and we can't do anything about it. I mean, let me know your thoughts here in the comments, but it's basically illegal to drive without car insurance, auto insurance, or else you get arrested. And you can also lose your car as well. You can get your car impounded for driving without auto insurance. Yeah, and if you get hit by somebody without auto insurance, then you're pretty mad because they don't have auto insurance, and then it's just a nightmare, and it's just and the problem is when auto insurance is going up 22% a year, that's every 4 to 5 years, it's doubling in price. It's basically a racket because they're charging you whatever they want. And of course, they're claiming that, oh, it's because of this, it's because of that, it's because of all these factors. And, um, it's an absolute nightmare. They're saying, quote, the turbocharged increases in motor vehicle insurance premiums are a response to underwriting losses in the industry. Insurers saw losses. However, they added there are signs that many insurers are getting back to profitability. They say that the higher prices are because of higher vehicle prices. So when they have to replace cars, the cars are a lot more expensive. Increased costs for repairs and more accidents as driving trends return to normal. I don't know if I'm buying all this. You can let me know your thoughts in the comments. In addition to this, home insurance prices have jumped 19% last year, up $273 more just in the last year on average. Even if you don't own a home, this is costing you more if you're a renter because the people who own the homes are having to charge renters more with increased costs, according to studies. The insurers said prices have surged 55% from an average of $1,100 in 2019 to now an average of $1,723 in 2023, and more increases are on their way. Now in 2024, take a look at some of these headlines. Massachusetts insurance companies are canceling homeowners' policies using drone and aerial photos. As insurance companies are saying things like, quote, get moss off your roof, trim your trees back as you have branches hanging over your home, and get some, in their case, they said get some shingles. As they quickly started gathering estimates, they got tree work done, reached out to their insurance agents to keep them updated on the progress. It wasn't enough. Then they got a notification saying the insurance company decided to cancel their homeowner policy. This comes here as entire states are getting notifications to tens of thousands of people completely canceling homeowner policies. For example, Travelers Insurance says they're canceling 320,000 people in California and also raising rates for hundreds of thousands of people in numerous states. State Farm says that they're announcing major insurance policy changes affecting tens of thousands of households, saying, quote, this decision was not made lightly. State Farm says that they had to discontinue coverage for 72,000 apartments, citing surges in costs, increased risks of disasters such as wildfires, outdated insurance rules, and the reason for terminating policies according to the Associated Press. Yikes. Yeah. So, and remember that if you have a loan on your home, which the vast majority of people do, you're required to carry homeowners insurance. And yet the cost is surging by almost 20% a year right now. Yeah, and that's if the insurance company isn't canceling your policy. And if they're not canceling it, it's surging in cost. And now we have a new keyword new there, sudden container crunch sending ocean freights soaring, setting off global trade alarm bells. Remember the last container ship problem we had off the west coast of the United States with all those container ships that went on for quite a while? When the problem went away, people thought, oh, well, problem went away. Everything's okay, right? But then now we have this major surge in prices for groceries and goods, and everything seems to be costing a lot more. So the question here is, did it actually go away? Or did, when everything had to get shipped in, because remember, you walk down the aisle of Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, or any place you actually go to, and if you check the labels or the boxes, and a lot of things actually get imported because things just cost more if they're made in America. Remember those $15-20 an hour minimum wages? Well, that's why people or companies get things made out of the country, because minimum wage is $15-20 an hour nowadays. So if they actually got things made in the United States, things would actually cost way more money. This is just economics 101. So instead of that $300 or $400 grocery bill, it would actually be a lot more money. So it's just the way things are. So now when you see container ship prices surging, this actually could mean even more money. So what happened was, the last time container ship prices surges, which means they're shipping everything into the United States, and you're buying whatever it is, except for basically food, fresh food or frozen food that's not shipped in the United States. Think about anything else, right? That's not made in the United States. What happens, or what tends to happen is, and I know this because I was an Amazon seller and I just kind of know how things work, companies have to raise their prices, no matter who it is: Nike, Amazon, any company. Just think of any company, not even just the big companies, just any company in general, whoever's making anything, right? They have to raise prices because they're not going to sell things for a loss. This is just economics, right? So they have to raise prices. So what happens is that then when the container ship prices go back down, they don't tend to lower the prices because, well, if they're already selling it to Walmart or selling it to Walgreens or CVS or whoever they're selling it to, Burlington or whoever, they're already selling it to them for that price, right? They've already raised the prices and they're already selling it to them. So why would they then say, okay, we can lower the prices now? Well, they're already selling it to them for that price. So they tend to just keep it at that price because they're not going to lower it a month or two later and then a couple months later say, oh, we have to raise the prices again. They tend to just keep it at that higher price. So that's just kind of what happens. And then inflation just kind of stays there. And that's why we're not seeing prices at the store lower and the new normal just kind of sticks. So when you see headlines like this, a new sudden container crunch sends ocean freight rates soaring. And it says here freight spot rates up 30%, which means shipping up 30%. This is not a good thing for the United States or even the rest of the world. And remember, they can't just start making things in the US because remember, minimum wage is, jumping to $15, $20 an hour here in the US. So it's not cheaper to make things here in the US. In fact, it's considerably more. And also remember that there's not factories on every corner here in the US. We just have considerable amount less capacity to even make them here. And if we did, it would actually be a lot more. This is just kind of the way things are. So this actually could spark a new round of another wave of inflation, especially if this lasts for a long time. This new shipping spike surge. So I guess we just hope and pray that it's a short surge and it doesn't last a prolonged period of time. Um, Good. Let me know your thoughts here in the comments, but I will keep you up to date here on this type of stuff and everything you need to know here on a daily basis. So share this video with anybody that you think needs to hear this information. Make sure to subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. New videos come out here at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the bell icon so you get notifications when we go live with new videos. You can click here to watch my newest video next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.